visual journal. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful morning, afternoon, or night. I just got back from the gym. This morning started off funny, probably not from the previews what you saw, but I guess long story short, I ended up waking up a bit later than I had planned and hoped, which is funny. It wasn't even that much later. I wanted to wake up at 6:30, you know, get at least 8 hours or so sleep. Set an alarm for 6:30. Alarm went off, kind of got up, went to the loo, and I got back in bed, which was my first mistake, to be awake, but just relax, like slow morning. But of course I ended up falling back asleep. Anyway, reason I'm telling you this is because I was annoyed at myself. I was beating myself up about it for sleeping in. And then I think my body and mind was reacting in a way as if because I've slept in an extra hour and a half, I'm not going to be able to get all the things I wanted to get done today. It's an hour and a half later. I've so far been able to get most of the things done that I wanted to have a slow morning, which I did. I wanted to get a gym class or gym session in, move my body in some way, which I just did. I got home from. And I wanted to have a creative day where I could just remind myself that it's okay to be slow. It's okay to go slow. We don't have to be rushing all this time, especially for our nervous system, which I feel like I do have moments where I'm like rushing when I'm like, Anissa, calm down. There's no rush. And it's always for things that actually don't need to be rushed. Most of the time when I feel my body's in this rush state when I don't need to be. So today is all about just doing things at a slower pace so my nervous system can catch up and not tell my nervous system that I do not need to be on fight or flight, which a lot of these past videos have been very nervous system based, which clearly it's something I'm trying to focus on this year. But I did want to as well go out somewhere in nature, and yeah, I feel like I want to edit a YouTube video while being outside, which would be nice. My previous video, my solo camping vlog, I feel like I want to edit that, get through more of that, and again, just remind myself that it's okay to go slow. Also, I won't go into detail, but I've got some, I guess, personal stuff going on in my life, and one thing I want to touch on, and if any of you guys relate, is where it's weird, my mind is not feeling the same as my body, how my body reacts, if that makes sense. Like last night I was thinking about this certain situation, I guess big life change that's happening in my life, and my body was almost going in, I don't want to say fight or flight, but my body had this reaction thinking about it, but it didn't match up with what my mind, like inner thoughts were, if that makes sense. I was thinking about the situation, but not in a panicked way, but then my body like reacted in this kind of anxious way, which was really weird. But not weird, it was really something I haven't experienced before to that degree. Like I had panic attacks. I'm an anxious gal, but I haven't experienced where it kind of just hasn't matched up. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Let me know if you've ever experienced anything like that. But yes, I want to get out the car, get on with my day, and yeah, I've got an early one tonight. Got a 2 a.m. wake up for work tomorrow, so we'll definitely try and be in bed by 7 p.m, 7:30. Which is going to be interesting, but yeah, let's stop procrastinating and get out the car. Bit of a interesting angle here, but and excuse the the mess in the background. We've got a new dryer and obviously clearly doing some washing. Anyway, not the reason I started videoing. This also wasn't the reason. Side note, look at this cute little indoor plant that I got. Anyone that knows me knows, I don't know why, don't ask me why. I love mushrooms, I just think they're so cute. Like a whole ecosystem in itself, mushrooms. Anyway, not the reason I started this. The reason I started filming, again, was to talk more on how I feel like I rush a lot of things, or in this, I have to get this done, and I'm not fully present while I'm doing it. And I think for today, even after I spoke earlier in the car, I came upstairs, like shower, then I got to get this done by this time, where in reality I've got the day off and I've got the only thing that I ideally want to be doing time-wise is my bedtime tonight, is to be in bed by 7:30 at the latest. But besides that, there's no rush. And I think if we've got days like this, but we're still on high alert, I don't know, I feel like that is a mirror to how we're moving through life without even realizing, in a way. Because I didn't realize I was doing it until this morning. I kind of woke up, I was like, oh, I was like, okay, I need to just have a day where I'm just doing each thing as it comes. And I feel like it's so important to have, if you can't have days, have moments where you're just getting each thing done that you need to do or want to do, but you're doing it as it comes, if that makes sense. So you're showering, you're just showering. You're cooking lunch, you're just cooking lunch. You're not worrying about everything else you have to do while you're cooking lunch. You're eating lunch, you're just eating lunch. And I feel like it sounds a lot easier said than done, which it is. You want to get outside? Yeah, which it is a lot easier said than done. And I definitely haven't been perfect at it today. But I think, again, it's just a little message I wanted to share, a little reminder for myself and for anyone that needs it to take things slow. It's okay to take things slow. It's okay to just do things as they come, do tasks, chores, whatever it is, and to just be in that task, be in that chore or meditation that you're doing, whatever, anything that you're doing. I think, yeah, I don't know, it's okay to just not rush through life, I guess, and depends on the situation, but if it's something that doesn't have a specific timeline or something that realistically, the world's not going to end if I don't make it out to edit my YouTube video outside in nature. Obviously, it's something I want to do, but it's not something I have to put my body in fight or flight about, saying oh, if I don't get this done, it's okay. If I don't, I don't. I can probably still edit here. I live in a beautiful area and I can edit the video here. It's okay. So yeah, anyway, that was my little rant about, and Have agrees as well, about just take a moment to be in your body and ask, is this something that genuinely is going to be life or death if I don't get it done? Most of the time it's not. Most of the time, yes, things have deadlines, but I'm not necessarily talking about the deadline things. I'm just talking about things, deadlines that we make up or put in our head for certain things that, pretty much I wrote in my journal this morning, one of the things is it's not that deep. It's really not that deep for a lot of things, and if it has a deadline, obviously, yeah, I'm not saying not work for things and not just let things go by. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying be conscious with what you're allowing your body to go into fight or flight or kind of that rush mode for, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm yapping. Let me know your thoughts down below in that area, how you if it's something you're working on or want to work on, or what's your way of kind of just, when you're in that rush kind of mindset, what you do to just stop for a moment and focus on the task at hand. Just arrived, not at a cafe, but at a beautiful lookout that I love coming to. I haven't been here in a while, but it's a very ground in place because it's an arboretum, so you can see obviously a lot of different trees, but then it's got a beautiful view peeking through the trees as well. But yes, I've just come here to start editing my previous vlog, which was the solo camping vlog, which I'm itching to go solo camping again, this time in my tent though. I think I do feel comfortable enough now to do it in my tent, I think. But yeah, just got here, gonna start editing. It did take me a while, and I was kind of umming and ahhing whether to go out and leave the house. I don't know, I find that if I think about it too much, and again, I feel like I was good at I didn't feel rushed that I had to leave, but at the same time I kind of felt rushed that I had to make a decision, which again, showing that I'm not perfect. I'm still figuring this all out, I guess, with how to just take things slow and just make decisions. Like, it's no big deal, whatever decision I choose to make, there's no wrong or right with things like this especially. But I was just like, you know what, I'm going to meet in the middle. I'm going to just come to nature rather than it's a postie. I'm just going to come out in nature and edit and just stay here for as long as I need or want. Hello, sorry, I can't. I really need to get used to just, again, doing more things out of my comfort zone, and one of them being caught filming in public. It was one person, it wasn't a postie, it was just a guy on a motorbike. But yeah, I do want to get better at that, because at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? Anyway, my moral of my story from earlier is that I felt rushed. I needed to make a decision. I think it is because of the certain time I have to get to bed, due to what time I have to get up tomorrow for work. But still, there's no rush. If I didn't make it out of the house, like besides gym, like, and didn't get to make it out in nature like I usually do, that's fine. I was still, I spent the time out in nature this morning, and I think sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, at least if you're like me, of like making decisions. I don't know it's the ADHD, decision fatigue. I don't know. Oh, beautiful Rosella. But yes, anyway, I have come here, I'm going to do a bit of editing and probably just stay here for as long as I feel like I need to and want to, and head home, probably get cozy, pop some YouTube on. Then I've got my brick, which I've mentioned in my 2 videos before this, the one on resetting my nervous system. My phone bricks at a certain time. I watch some YouTube, then wind down by reading, getting off my screens is the aim. And yeah, set my alarm for 2 a.m. for work. If anyone else is a shift worker, I'd love to know and what you do for a job. Or if you just like to get up at 2 a.m, 3, 4 a.m. I know some people do get up around 3:30, 4 a.m. sometimes if they're gym goers. I'm a morning gym person, but not usually 4 a.m, to say the least. But anyway, I'm fluffing on. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon or night whenever you're watching this, and I hope this was a nice reminder to allow yourself to take things slow, allow yourself and your body not to feel rushed if you don't need to, with like the littler things and like making certain decisions. I hope this was a nice reminder to give yourself grace and allow yourself to just slow down, focus on certain things that you're doing in the moment. And again, it's easier said than done. I'm not perfect at this. I'm still in the process of becoming, of blooming. That's why part of the reason why I made my Instagram page, Your Blooming Journey, because I wanted to share just this journey of life. It's a process. We're all blooming. We're going to go through different seasons where we bloom and then, I guess, reinvent ourselves and vice versa. So yeah, I just wanted to create a space on there and here to just share some real life things, my thoughts, feelings, and hopefully to inspire, I guess, people to live life for them, authentically and true to them, and I don't know, just to live, travel, see the world, feel all the things. Anyway, I could keep talking forever. I'm going to stop and I want to end this vlog here so I can get to editing this one, a different one. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon or night. Thank you for being here as well. So yeah, anyway, I gotta stop now. I could keep talking for hours.